I'm going to show you how to make a quick, yummy pizza. This is not just throwing pepperoni on your pizza. We're actually cooking something. It's still really simple though. It's very few steps, and I hope you try it and I hope you'll like it. I'm going to start out with 1 pound of a ground pork. I'm using Jimmy Dean's all natural. You could use sage or Italian. What I like about the all natural is it doesn't have all the additives in it, and we like to avoid nitrites whenever we can, and this one does not have the nitrites in it. So I'm just going to add some of my own seasonings to this as I go along. So I'm just going to get this browned, and then I'm going to add in some leeks. Now leeks are a thing I never ever tried to use before I tried this recipe, and now it's something I always keep an eye on if it's a good price. So yeah, if you've not tried leeks, my mom still has never used them even though I cook with them, but they're really good in this recipe. So here are my leeks. I got 2 great big ones. I'm going to go ahead and clean these up, and then I will get them chopped up and show you how I do that along the way. I've got a tip on how to clean these things and use them, because when I first started out with leeks, I did not know what I was doing. So I've learned a few things over the years. Alright, so step 1 with the leeks, I'm going to go ahead and just remove this one outer layer. I don't know where this has been. So I always take off just the first outer layer. It's kind of like cleaning a regular onion. And dispose of that. I don't know if other people recommend this or not. It's just what I do. And I'm going to go take this under the sink and give this a quick rinse. Going to give this meat just a quick little stir and chop. Now this is not the only pizza I like to make, but this is the one I've been gravitating towards lately because it's so easy and because it tastes a little more gourmand. I don't understand that word either. So I realized while rinsing this, I've got this, where did it go? Got this one area here of some not pretty. So I'm just gonna take off that little bit of the outer layer if I can here, like that. So I've grabbed a colander for this next step. I've seen a lot of people just slicing it just straight like that in coin shapes. I go one step further and I go the long way, and then I slice it that way. So I do just chop it and slice it like normal. You want to go fairly skinny. I use a little bit more of a leek than what people regularly recommend because I realize there is a lot of waste if you only use the white part. So I go just a little further into the stock than that. And what you'll notice here is even though I rinsed it, there's still dirt in between all the layers. So this is why I cut it a little bit more, and I'm going to use this colander. So now I'm going to go run these leeks under some water, get them all stirred up, so to speak. And then it'll be nice and clean and you won't have all that dirt that you can clearly see in between the layers. Okay, we're going to give this a stir. This meat is just about done here. We're going to add in some sage, Henzi's Spices sage. And I'm just going to do a couple pinches because I never, ever, ever measure this. So I'm just going to add a couple pinches of sage. And then we're going to take some fennel seeds and add some of that. And I just liberally sprinkle. Again, I don't measure. Now I am just going to pour these leeks into my meat. Okay, I'm going to give this a quick stir and just let this saute together. I'm trying to get out of the whole 5 slams down. You know, I do that so many times, and my mom watched one of my videos the other day. Yeah, you've got those 5 hits down. You do it all the time. So I'm trying to kind of curb that a bit. I don't want to be annoying. Alright, so go ahead and preheat your oven according to whichever pizza crust you are using. I'm going to heat mine to 450. I am working with 2 different pizza crusts today. One is gluten-free and one is for the normal people. That's how they are referred to in my family. There are gluten-free and then normal. So the normal people are getting a boba crust tonight. I don't like to make pizza crusts, so I just go by pre-made already. So we're going boba for the regular, and then for the gluten-free, we're going with this gluten-free crust that I get at Costco. I believe this is called Sabatassos. And you get a 3-pack of this. This actually tastes really, really good. It's kind of artisanal. There's interesting flavors of cheese, mozzarella, fontina, parmesan, and Asiago. So this one's really yummy. I'm going to be making both of these pizzas side by side, but you may only be seeing one of them being made because I don't have a whole lot of room here. So I forgot to mention this pizza topping could make up to 3 pizzas depending on how much you use per pizza. You can do 2 as well, that's totally fine, but I usually like to try to make 3 so that I have some leftovers, and so it's just a little less on each one. That's up to you. You kind of have to gauge how much you want for your personal pizzas. So it's not true that I've never made gluten-free pizza crusts before. I have. It's just that I kind of prefer the one I use now. It's a lot more convenient. I think the problem is you don't have all the rising, like the yeastiness in the normal pizza crust, and so you have to get your hands into it more and smear it with your hands. Whereas normal pizza crust, you can kind of roll and just kind of, you know, maneuver it that way. So gluten-free pizza crust is a little more involved, and I guess I just haven't found a recipe I love enough yet to go through the hassle. So that's why I go with the pre-made. Oh, go on with your good self. So while this is cooking, I've been preparing the boba crust with the marinara sauce and then adding some cheese to it. Basically, the only thing left to do now is just assemble by putting this topping all over my pizzas and then getting them cooked. So I will see you when I'm about to put them in the oven. So now I'm going to pop these in the oven and I'm going to cook them for about, well, they vary. So I'm going to cook this one for 10 minutes and this one and an extra 5 minutes after that. Alright, so there you have it. Nothing left to do but slice this thing up, get it plated, and then I'll show you the finished product. I'm going to side this with some fresh salad, and since it's hot and summertime, also some fresh watermelon. I think that sounds really yummy right now. My mouth is watering. Thanks for watching and visiting me today at the Stitching Cafe. If you try it, please leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. I hope to see you around next time. Until then, ciao for now and bon appetit.